Alright guys, I can't be the only one that's had this issue. I went to take the back skid plate bolt out and it wouldn't come loose. This Nutcert was just spinning in here. So I'm gonna show you guys how I got this tightened up. I don't have the special tool. So what I ended up doing is I took just a scrap piece of metal, anything really that's kind of heavy-ish, that's not gonna bend super easy, and I put a hole in it that's basically the same size as the bolt. So what you have to do with the Nutcert is you need to squeeze the Nutcert so it flares into the hole and gets bigger and tightens up in the hole in the frame here, so it'll quit spinning. So the way you do that is you take your plate with a hole in it, and then you take a nut and a bolt and thread it on there. Now what you want to do, you stick the plate up on the hole and you thread this bolt in here. Alright, now that you've got that, what you're going to do is when you start tightening everything, we're going to hold the bolt, we're going to hold the plate, and we're going to tighten this nut. And what that's going to do is it's going to draw the bolt out, which is going to pull the Nutcert out and swell it into the hole. So the reason you need the plate here is so that when you just tighten the nut up, if you don't have the plate here and you tighten the nut up, all the nut's going to do is just spin the Nutcert, and it's not going to do anything. It's not going to actually pull the Nutcert back. So what this does is it keeps the Nutcert from spinning, and it lets you tighten this bolt, and it's just going to pull the threaded part of the Nutcert and the bolt out. So I use this longer piece of steel so I can just wedge it up against the frame, and that's one less thing I got to do. But I'm going to get it snugged up here a little bit. You want to hold the bolt with one wrench because you don't want the bolt to turn. And what you're going to do is you're just going to keep tightening the nut. Now, I've already done this, so I'm not going to do it too much more, but as you tighten the nut up against the plate, it's going to pull the bolt out, snug that Nutcert up, and then we shouldn't have any other issues. So I'm going to break this loose now. Pull this out, and now it's tight. So you have to get a little bit aggressive with it. You don't have to kill it, but you definitely have to tighten this nut pretty good in order to get that Nutcert to flare out. I had tried just using a chisel and a hammer and trying to just like dent it basically, but that didn't work. So don't try that. I would just take a bolt and a nut like this and take the time to drill a little hole in a plate and then finish doing the Nutcert. So all right,